Judge 16 is the final and most famous chapter in Samson's story. It shows the height of his strength, the depth of his weakness, and ultimately a powerful act of redemptive sacrifice. The first part of the chapter covers Samson and a prostitute in Gaza. Samson visits a prostitute in Gaza, a Philistine city. The Philistines plan to ambush him at dawn, but he wakes at midnight, rips the city gates off their hinges, and carries them to a hill near Hebron, about 40 miles away. It's a symbol of strength and mockery, humiliating Gaza, the Philistines' stronghold. Okay, the second part of this chapter covers Samson falls for Delilah. He falls in love with a woman named Delilah from the valley of Sorek, near Philistine territory. The Philistine ruler bribe her with 1,100 silver coins each to discover Samson's secret. The third part of the chapter covers Delilah's repeated betrayals. Delilah asks Samson to tell her the secret of his strength. He lies to her 3 times. First thing is fresh bowstrings. She ties him, he breaks free. Second, new hopes. Same result. Third, braided hair. She weaves it into a loom. He still escapes. And after each lie, she says, You don't love me. You're making a fool of me. Yet each time, Samson stays with her, a tragic sign of his emotional blindness, okay? So the fourth part of the chapter, Samson reveals the truth. Delilah pressures him day after day until he gives in. Not razor has ever touched my head. If my hair is cut, I'll become as weak as any other man. That night, while he sleeps on her lap, she shaves his head. But but he did not know that the Lord had left him. Okay? So the Philistine sees him, gouge out his eyes, bind him with the bronze shackles, make him grain in prison like an animal. Samson finally becomes physically weak, just like his self control had always been. Okay? The fifth part of the chapter covers the final redemption. While in prison, his hair began to grow back. The Philistines throw a great feast to their god Dagon, mocking Samson before a huge crowd in the temple. Blind and humbled, Samson prays, Sovereign Lord, remember me, strengthen me just once more, let me die with the Philistines. He pushes against the 2 central pillars collapsing the temple. He, he killed more when he died than while he lived. Samson's family retrieves his body and buries him. So, what are key lessons from this chapter? The first one is love without wisdom leads to destruction. Samson confused desire for love with true trust, which Delilah never earned. Second, God's power was connected to a vow, not magic. His hair symbolized a lifelong dedication to God. Breaking that symbol broke his covering, okay? Covering. And the third lesson is God hears the humble heart. Samson's last act was his only moment of true dependence on God. And the fourth lesson is even in failure, God can bring redemption. Samson's final act was both justice and sacrifice. A flawed man used a mighty way. So Judge 16 is the tragic and redemptive end of Samson's life. A man set apart from birth, who constantly flirted with danger, finally found clarity in blindness and purpose in death. He died as a deliverer, bringing down the Philistines' temple in an act of trust and courage. If you enjoyed this video, hit the like button and subscribe to the channel, and I see you on the next one.